Yeah.
Do it, yeah, bitch.
I said it, bitch.
You do it better than me.
Yeah.
Free speech is paramount. So like my individual feelings, and even though I might not agree with her on certain things, that's irrelevant. I think she needs to be able to say what she wants to say without having issues, right? And I think I think freedom of speech is what this country is founded upon. And if you suppress it or whatever because of your personal beliefs, that's just a slippery slope into getting into a situation where we're gonna fuck with our free speech, and that's an issue.
Right.
We need to protect that First Amendment regardless of how we feel about it. So though I might not agree with flag burning, though I may not agree with what the KKK stands for, etc., their freedom of speech needs to be protected, because if you infringe on one person's freedom of speech, you infringe on all.
Yeah.
I
And
think
once you
it's
take away the Klan, who you gonna go after next?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't stop.
It's going to be the Republicans.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary evil that we all have to put up. And they're always using this label, hate speech. They forgot the term what hate speech means. Hate speech means death of all ends, death of the F's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Now it's just hate speech is speech you hate to hear.
Yeah.
Totally two different things. They lost the whole meaning. Like when they call people white supremacists, it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
It just means they're Republicans.
I've been labeled
Yeah.
as a white supremacist as hate speech.
That's
I'm
crazy.
just sharing an opinion.
Yeah.
I put up a video of a transgender male transgender woman, biological male, trying to breastfeed his newborn baby. I put it up, right? They took the video down, said I was bullying them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Controversial take. I think bullying is good.
Yeah.
I think bullying is good. It kind of, right, and you guys are old enough to remember, right?
Yeah.
Stuffing each other in lockers and shit probably back in the day, swirlies.
Oh, yeah.
Bullying is a very honest way that society corrects unacceptable behavior, right? I remember when I was in high school, I was really skinny and thin and frail, and this fucking kid, right? I mean, actually, funny enough, I was in an African American studies class, right? He grabs me by the back of my tricep and says, "Wow, man, you're really skinny," and like all the girls in the class like laughed and shit. And this was my senior year of high school. I was 6'2", 3, 160 pounds, skinny as fuck.
Just
I went
like
to the
me.
gym that summer, bro.
Yeah.
I went to the gym that summer, and I said, I'm gonna get in shape, etc. But it took someone bullying me and telling me you're really skinny for me to self-improve. Let's assume that bullying was banned, and we live in this crazy safe space world that we're in now.
Yeah.
I might have never went to the gym and chose to self-improve because I was being a pussy.
Right. It makes weak human beings.
It does,
Yeah.
and
you're
and,
always in a safe place.
yeah.
You're going to be weak.
And I think men are made, women are born, and as a man, you have to go through adversity. You have to be bullied. You have to be told that this is unacceptable behavior for you to change, and that's what it takes a lot of times. And we live in this very pussified world, and it's starting to get ridiculous. And with the white supremacist thing, I just find it funny. Like they'll sit there and say, if like a white guy says, "Oh yeah, I don't believe in race mixing or whatever." Well, black people say that all the time. Why don't we call them black supremacists?
Right.
Right?
Exact same thing.
It's like one race can be racist, but the other one can't. And it's funny because the black community always complains about racism, etc. But when you complain about racism and criticize other races, you're continuing to perpetuate the same racism that you're complaining about.
Yeah. I've came to the conclusion there's no such thing as race. I think that's a racist ideology that was invented to keep us separate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no such things like if we was a different species, yeah, you can point out different species, but different races just being petty.
Yeah.
Like black men can lay down with a white woman or a Latino and have babies. We're the same species. So why are you pointing out these
It's ridiculous.
our differences? We should be concentrating on what makes us.
Divide and conquer.
I look at it like
people, I can conquer them.
I look at it like we all bleed red. Like, and I'm with y'all. Like, I don't see race either. I just find it hilarious how one group of people can be openly racist with zero consequence.
Right.
But if anyone even criticizes that community, which they have some really bad issues, right, with the fatherless household crime and all that stuff.
They have
If
a
they
lot
even
of problems.
criticize, right, they can't say nothing. And I've always said, like this is why so many white conservatives are really reluctant to criticize the black community because they don't want to be called racist. But even if you're black and you criticize the black community, they're going to say you're racist. They're going to say you ain't one of us. They're going to do something to disqualify your valid point.
They like to say, what's that quote? Some dumb nigga probably came up with it. All kinfolk are not. How does it go?
It's black vernacular.
Yeah.
All kinfolk ain't
Folk?
kinfolk or some shit.
Yeah. Is that where it go? Yeah, I think so. All kinfolk ain't.
All skinfolk
Oh, there
ain't
you go.
kinfolk.
Yeah.
I said, man, that had to been a stupid ass nigga that said that.
Yeah, bro. and like I've always thought it was interesting, like how they say, "Oh, well, you can't comment on this because you're not one of us," and I think that's the most asinine.
Like white people can't comment on black stuff. Look, if it wasn't for white people, taken part in the civil rights movement, we'd still be under Jim Crow. It'd still be a racist country. Yeah. White people fought for our rights as well.
Yeah.
So they can speak on it. It
What do y'all
doesn't
think
matter.
about reparations?
Man, you know what? This is how I feel on reparations.
Yeah.
Give these niggas reparations, but it's you got to go back to Africa. So if you want reparations,
That's fair.
we'll give it to you, but you got to go.
Yeah, that's fucking funny.
That's how I feel about
That's
it.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I think I always, like, whenever people make the reparations argument, right, I always ask, like, okay, let's say your great-grandfather, right, like, borrowed money from some dude. And then that dude's great-grandson comes to you and says, hey, nigga, you owe me $50K. Wait, what? What owe you $50,000? Yeah, my great-granddaddy
Right.
loaned your great-granddaddy some money.
Yeah.
I need that fucking money. You're going to be like, what the fuck? No.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't sit there and punish a whole new generation for
Yeah.
shit that happened before. It's like ridiculous, bro.
Right, right.
So it's like, and then the handout type mentality of we deserve this money because we built this country, blah, blah, blah. It's
Didn't
like,
build
Black
shit.
people ain't built shit in this country.
man, like,
Their labor, of course, yeah, they help, but it was the who developed the infrastructure, the blueprints, the Constitution. It's, a lot of white people helped build this country too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think both, black and white, when we work together, we make great things. Like
Yeah.
white people invented NBA, baseball.
Look what the
NBA.
Negroes doing.
Then the Negro came in and made it better.
yeah.
I mean, we
Made it better, yeah.
yeah. This whole saying that we built this country is not true. You had a lot of help.
Yeah.
White men had help.
Yeah.
Black people had help. We all had a hand in building this country. Stop saying that you built this country.
Yeah, reparations was nothing but a ploy to keep black people voting Democrat.
And it's a shame
Yeah,
because
it's a
Yeah.
crazy, like, just the fact that you feel that you're entitled to money from what your great grandparents dealt with
Yeah.
is ridiculous to me. Because like, if I told you, hey, you owe me $50K for some shit that your grandfather did, you'd be like, what the fuck? No, nigga, what the hell?
Yeah, black culture, black people's culture is the only culture that will accept that.
yeah, and everybody used to be a slave, right? Everybody was.
Because if we're gonna go down that route,
yeah,
we need to pay
everybody.
the Japanese for World War II.
Yeah.
And we had them in
we
camps.
dropped a bomb on
Yeah.
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
We didn't pay them niggas shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we helped rebuild their cities, did we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And to this day,
Yeah, but
you-
they deserved the reparation. We dropped a bomb on their ass.
and the interesting thing is, to this day, we still have never apologized to Japan about that.
Yeah.
No U.S. president has ever apologized to Japan for dropping bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
It is finally here. Yep. Look at that beautiful package. Looks black man proof. Here it is right here. Yeah. It's professional. Look at the short to him. Damn, but you are a fucking idiot. That's enough, Kevin. I said it's enough. Oh man, that is tasty. Yeah? Yeah. Can I have some? Hold on. I feel like a new man. 90 plus ingredients. Good health, brain health. It's got lion's mane, ashwagandha. Kind of got like a green tea flavor. It's a great drink, man. If you trying to live a healthy life, Optimal Human, man. Optimal Human. Yeah. Optimal Human. OptimalHuman.com/Hard20. You get 50% off.